There we go. The recorder is on. Good morning again, everybody. This is Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks. Today's date is Tuesday, January 16, 2024. Good morning, Brad. Let's switch things up just to be different. Instead of looking at the market, let's look at some charts that might be setting up, and then we'll look at the market, okay? So let's just start right here with CCJ. CCJ is big move to the upside. Couple ways to trade this. Let's get this out. Alrighty. Couple ways to trade this that I see is watch for a pullback. I think that would, you want to buy closer to support. So this is one way to do it. Look for that pullback. Watch those moving averages come up. Get closer to them. Also get closer to this, these highs right in here. Probably should have drawn maybe a line like this right here, huh? There we go. Get closer to 46.60 up here, which, I mean, it may not even get there. So I'm going to watch for a PBO pullback opportunity. I still see some pretty high targets on CCJ moving up here 25%. From about where we are right, make that 10% where we are right now, up here at 55. Another way to look at CCJ would be yesterday's or Friday's candle, I guess. The low of Friday's candle would be a stop out. Anything below that would suggest that the pullback here, the gap is going to get filled, so that we could put together some bullish activity above that 48.70, and that could lead us up. So I think this is a pretty hot chart here. Let's talk about URA. For those that received the email yesterday afternoon, I sent a very short email out talking about URA. Please check your email. If you didn't get it, just check your junk box, things like that. But anyway, URA, there is a chance that it pulls back. If it pulls back, we're going to be looking what we call a PBO, a simple pullback opportunity. And I'm just going to draw this up like that. And let's put this right in here, just in case it wants to come back down and test those, fill in that gap a little bit, test these highs. Might want to walk a little bit sideways. We need to watch price action for that. Price action is a fantastic way to look at a chart, to follow a chart and trade a chart. Right now, I'm looking at URA as a buy. If it starts to break out, it's a buy right now, following through with its breakouts. Looking pretty good pre-market here. Targets to the upside, I've got about 37.60, then about 45.20. Remember, as it goes up, you're always going to get pullbacks. It's not just going to run to these targets and say, tag, you're it. It's going to march, and then it's going to drop and march, and then drop, and then march, and then drop. Anyway, URA is looking very good. Also keep in mind that sometimes charts have to come back before they can go up. They get up there so high, and what happens is all the smart money is saying, hey, we didn't get rich by buying high. So they back off or take their profits, the chart pulls back, and then it sets up again. Keep that in mind. AMD is still looking pretty good. We still have momentum in AMD. You can see that with the trend indicator right there. We still have bullish momentum. You can see that we've got a low, high. We've pulled back for a higher low. And this morning, pre-market is a bullish engulf. Of course, when the market opens, that won't be a bullish engulf. It'll just be opening up higher. Regardless, the momentum is still there in AMD. NVIDIA is still acting good. Momentum still in NVIDIA. Look at that weekly chart, how we've run up, came back and tested down below here, tested the trend indicator, even got a little red. Now we're turning green again. Boom, upside. The daily's looking pretty good. Might be a tiny bit high for some folks to enter. Watch for your setup. If you don't know your setups, you got to learn your setups, okay? Your entry setups. You've got to learn your entry setups. And for those that like the 3/8 trap and that type of entry setup, which I happen to think is magnificent. Stay tuned. We've got some updates coming up on the 3/8 trap entry. So let's take a look at this. If you're somebody and you're thinking, man, I would like to trade NVIDIA, but holy cow, $550, you can't afford it. Hey, don't sweat it. There's charts like NVDL. DL, there we go. NVDL. This is simply an ETF. It's one way to trade NVIDIA long. It's still the same chart, different but same. You can see how that's basing out. The price might be a little better for you. I'm going to put a line up here because my eyeballs keep getting crooked. So right in here, I would say we need to break out of that 106.75. And once we do that, we could be leading to higher numbers up there. ZS, still a chart that's holding its momentum. Bulls are still there. So what we're going to look for are charts that's still showing momentum, charts that pull back or rest, offering an entry, a better entry than paying high, or what we might call retail. We want to buy a little bit of wholesale. So let that pullback happen, let that setup happen, just like this right here. A nice, beautiful 3/8 trap setting up, targets to the upside. FRO. So FRO might be trying to set up here. I like what this is doing. We've got a nice, let's put this trend in here. Boom. Put that trend in here. See how we've got this low, high, and then we make a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We're testing up here at the top. This FRO is looking pretty sharp. Take a look at the weekly chart, and you've got a weekly J-hook continuation pattern setting up. If you shrink this thing down a little bit, look at that bottom it's putting in and the upside potential. There's a huge amount of upside potential to this. So what I'm going to be watching on FRO is we need to get through here. We can actually raise that up a little bit. We get through this 25 area, then we'll be looking somewhere in the 30 area, and then it's got a nice little run possible up into that 82. Watch 43 as well. The FRO chart is just setting up really, really nice. TRMD is another one setting up. Let's go to the weekly here. You can see that nice little cup setting up in here, nice little handle. Watch for that breakout, and then right now I would be looking about that 69.40 as a target area based on the daily chart. Sting, STNG, momentum cooking right in here. Here we've broken out, so we have this breakout, and then you have your normal pullback, moving around, jerking a little bit. Well, here we gapped up Friday. We're holding up today. What we need to see is that breakout. If it wants to settle down a little bit, that's fine, as long as it holds our momentum line. Our momentum line is going to be those green dots right there. Let's take a peek at that weekly chart. Look at that weekly chart setting up. Look at that beautiful 3/8 trap setting up on the weekly chart. This is also a pop out of the box on the weekly chart. WM. I like what WM is doing. Waste management. Nice momentum to the upside. We've got an inside day. Looks like we're cooking today. I'm looking for $200 up here on WM. The last one I have here is Google. That seems to be doing okay. There's your weekly chart. You can see that momentum is still in place. We need to take out these, 2021 highs over here. So above 151, we can look for that to move up. If we break out here, look for things like $10 moves. That's very popular. That's very common for stocks that move over $100. Nice little $10 moves on there. So we'll keep an eye on that, maybe even more. So, all right, we turned things around a little bit. Now let's take a look at the SPY here. Overall, the bulls still have control. The momentum is still up. while it is a little bit shabby, got to admit, choppy, choppy and just a little bit crummy in there. That's where we are right now. We're in this wall of worry, but regardless, it doesn't matter how choppy this gets in here. The wall of worry is still bullish. We have not broken down on that trend yet. Now, when we do, then we will most definitely be looking at some short charts and backing away from longs until the longs step up again. But right now, the longs are still looking pretty good. Let's take a look at IWM. No, let's take a look at IYT. That's what I wanted. IYT on the daily chart is showing a little bit of bearishness perhaps, or a little bit of a pullback after this trend. Choppy. If you take a look at the weekly chart, you have a pretty nice bullish chart right in here. So IYT, it's kind of in the middle of things, trying to make a decision what it's doing. SMH on the daily chart, we've still got momentum bullishness cooking. If you look at the daily or weekly chart, you definitely have bullish momentum in there. If we take a look at T2123 down here, it is showing us absolutely nothing. Absolutely 100% nothing. You've got what I would call just about an equal fight between the buyers and sellers. We need one of them to eat their spinach, get strong, and go all pie on us is what they need. Popeye. Doesn't matter whether it's a bull or a bear, Popeye, but they need to eat their spinach. They need to go one way or the other, and that's what creates some good trading. Okay, this choppy sideways nonsense, it's tough to trade, and it ends up just chewing people up. Let's see here. What are you asking, Rick? Are you going to put the list in the alert? Sure. Give me a little bit, and I'll get those posted in the alert. So what Dennis is asking here is, am I going to put the list in the app? So for members, if you have the app, if you're out there playing golf if you're playing golf on snow right now, great, I guess. But if you're out there, I'll send out put those alerts up, and you will get them on your phone. If you're in the room, just take a look at the top of the chat, and you'll see them right there. The important thing is get that alert app downloaded if you don't. Okay, my time is about up here. Let me close this out. Good luck trading today. Be smart. Our biggest advantage will be if this market can make a decision on whether it wants to be bullish or whether it wants to be bearish. Now, remember, I still think we're bullish here, but we're bullish sideways is what we are. So we need these runs to get in there. Run up, rest, run up, rest. And this could be just a nice little rest for the next big run up. We'll see. But we've got to hold support. All right, you guys take care. I'll be back at the bottom of the hour. Let's have some fun today. Thank you.